spring of 1999 when three couples sat around a kitchen table and shared their ideas about starting an affordable school that would assist homeschooling families. To our knowledge, there was not a school like that in our area of Atlanta. We firmly believed that this model of education could work, but I think I can speak for all of us when I say that even we are surprised at just how well, this many years later, that it has worked. I've had the privilege and the honor of serving as the school's administrator since the beginning, and it is our desire that every student will receive a well-rounded, affordable Christian education.
Well, we began the school about 12 years ago in a very small church building located just a few miles from where we are tonight. We had about 120, 125 students that first year. We were overwhelmed that that many families would want to join us in this adventure.
Our pastor came to church the next Sunday and told us about this new school that was starting, and we were so excited, and my husband said, "We need to find out about this school. You need this." And I said, "Definitely, I need this."
The first year, I was one of only a few English teachers, and I never would have imagined that years later I would be the head of an English department of ladies that I dearly love.
The second year, the Lord provided for us to move to the facility where we are tonight. And this past year, we were able to purchase the 8 additional acres located next door to this facility and move our entire high school over to that facility.
Our first graduating class was in the year of 2004, and we had 16 graduates that year. Now we have about 60 in the graduating class of 2013.
Now the school is made up of over 800 students and about 155 teachers and assistants. It's just grown beyond what we could have ever imagined. About 7 years ago, we started a sports program for the school called Crown Athletics, and that has shown similar growth to what the school has done. And in fact, we have 14 competitive sports programs led by all volunteer staff, Christian men and women who lead our boys and girls in developing godly character as well as competing at a very high level.
Our kids have participated in many sports, from basketball to baseball to softball to football. In fact, our oldest even used the football program and the coaching to launch him into the last 2 years that he participated on the Georgia Tech football team.
Over the course of time, we have competed at both the local and the national level. But more importantly, we have tried to stay with a Christ-centered focus throughout the entire program.
So after investing in the kids' lives for 3 and 4 years in certain sports, we often wonder how those investments really pay off for them, both in the sport they're in as well as spiritually. Where do they end up?
I just want to say thank you so much to the coaches and the staff for the Kings Academy and Crown Athletics for all that you do every day to make a difference in people's lives, including myself. Not only did you give me an opportunity to play football at a competitive level in a godly environment, but you also instilled a foundation in me with hard work, work ethic, discipline, and integrity that has allowed me to be where I am today.
Play action pass, Hudson to throw, out of the backfield, and towards the end zone, touchdown, Brandon Apon.
About 9 years ago, I went and approached the administration about starting a drama club. It was a dream of mine that we would be able to have drama here at the Kings Academy. And not only did they enthusiastically embrace the idea, but our students, our families, encouraged us and supported us as our first plays were happening right here at Kings, in the gym and in the chapel. We have now produced 14 plays, from big musicals like The Sound of Music and The Wizard of Oz to dramatic pieces like Thornton Wilder's Our Town.
When a group of enthusiastic students came to ask if we could start a student newspaper in 2004, The Verve was born. Over the years, it has grown from a small newsletter to a 20-page award-winning publication.
7 years ago, I approached the Kings Academy board with a proposition of possibly starting an Army JROTC program at King's Academy. They had no idea what they were getting into, and neither did I. But I can tell you that it was one of the most incredible blessings to so many people, and just being able to have them say, yes, let's try it, was just an incredible blessing. As of now, we have 30 cadets or former cadets that are currently either serving actively in the military or are in the process of doing so after they graduate. And I just want to give you a few statistics about that. From our battalion, we have had 9 ROTC scholarships. We've had 6 Georgia Military Science scholarships. We've had an Air Force Academy appointment and a West Point Academy appointment.
It's been so wonderful to see that King's actually works, and that when I had my oldest son start college, it was such a precious thing to see him come home from his first couple of days of school, and then weeks after, and every day I would go, well, how did college go? How'd it go? And it was just such a smooth transition for him because he had been so wonderfully prepared for college.
King's offered so many academic opportunities for me. I really wanted to go to Georgia Tech out of high school, and they're really focused on math and science, and King's gave me the opportunity to take a rigorous course load in those areas, which was really helpful for me when I applied.
I began teaching kindergarten 7 years ago. It's really been a blessing to my life to be able to invest in children as well as the families of these children, to teach them scripture and to teach them the basic information that they need to know to be successful for many years in the future.
King's Academy prepared me because it really helped me with my self-discipline. Being here 2 days a week, I had to figure out how I was going to do things on my own. I had to prioritize my time, and so those were skills that I used when I got to college, and that helped me be successful.
I have 4 children that graduated from King's also, and 2 of them were valedictorian of their class, and then they went on to get full ride scholarships for academics to the colleges of their choice. And then one of my daughters had a volleyball scholarship, and that was a great privilege for her to have been part of Crown Athletics and then move on to use that gifting and go on to college with that. So that was very exciting.
When I think about the King's Academy, I think about just how, as a mother of 3 young children, being called to homeschool and really not knowing what that was all about, just asking the Lord that He would meet us at our point of need. And so coming to the King's Academy, now as I reflect back hindsight, I realize that this was the answer to prayer for us, because it allowed my children to receive an amazing education at a nominal fee that definitely positioned them to be successful and to accomplish their career goals.
You know, working at the King's Academy for the last 12 years, I've tried to tell Christy repeatedly every year what an incredible blessing it is. It blesses my life to walk in every day and be encouraged by students and teachers alike. The Lord uses it immensely in my life. Thank you for the incredible privilege of being a part of the King's Academy.
As the Spanish department head, I've seen many students turn the corner and become bilingual. One of the things that students do often is go on to minor or major in Spanish in college. I'll often have students come and tell me how they use Spanish on mission trips with their churches. It's really a privilege to know that the impact we have here at King's Academy is so far-reaching.
King's has helped me grow a ton. It helped me grow professionally. I just feel like that when I came here, over the years, I've just learned an amazing amount from all the other teachers that are around me, that are always just encouraging me and challenging me professionally, and it's just amazing the group of people that God has put here in this place.
Our children have been involved in many relationships here at the King's Academy. They have friendships that have spanned years and years, and it's not just been our children, it's been our entire family as well. We, as a family unit, have forged numerous friendships with like-minded families, and it hasn't just been relationships that have flourished, it's been our academics as well.
I'm glad that my Nana teaches at my school, and my mommy and daddy came to school. school too.
The biggest impact will be the students that the Lord has given me and the opportunity to invest in their lives. Through working with them, I have learned to love the next generation more than I ever thought I could. Those students taught this old teacher way more than I ever taught them, and I thank God for the opportunity to have invested in their lives.
I think developing relationships with the teachers was something that I didn't realize would be so meaningful to me after I left King's. I always thought that maybe I would be a teacher. It's funny, my senior superlative senior year was most likely to become a teacher at the King's Academy. And after I left college, I wasn't sure if that was something I wanted to do, but God had really always had that in my heart. And this year I actually became a teacher at King's, and it's neat to be back and working with the people who made that my dream in the first place, Mrs. Paget and Mrs. Drury, who taught me to love English and taught me English, and now I'm working alongside them as an English teacher. That's been really neat.
It's been our great honor and privilege, truly, to get to be a part of the establishment of the King's Academy. Hardly a day goes by that I don't pull into the parking lot here at the school and thank the Lord for what He's done. It's been the dedicated families that have come along beside us and shared that vision and shared their talents and their expertise and their energy with us to get the school to where it is today, and we're very grateful to those families.
I desired to keep my kids at home with me, and the King's Academy enabled me to do that. I didn't have to be bogged down with lesson plans and making curriculum choices, but I have had the joy for the last 14 years of having all of my children home with me, and we will never be able to repay the King's Academy for that.
I've enjoyed King's Academy the most because of the people. The people really make it a community. They care for each other. They care about your child's education. They care about your child's heart. It's really a place to grow and love and become united in education and spiritually as we walk together to honor the Lord.
There were so many of us, we sat around and would talk and say, we're not this smart. How did we get here? How did the school get here? And really it was just because we were willing and obedient to what God was calling us to do, and He provided every need that we had and the way that we needed to go, and it blessed beyond what any of us could ever imagine.
I think of drama plays and dances and sports events and trips and friends and laughter and rides home in the car and just so many memories, and all of it's wrapped up in King's. It's like so intertwined with our family.
Being a teacher now, it is home, and I just feel like this is what God really had planned for me all along, and it's really neat to see that it's all come together, and I couldn't be happier to be here. I couldn't be more proud to be a part of the King's Academy history and now a part of its future. So
it wasn't until my husband died in May, right before the school started, that I even heard about the King's Academy, and then everyone kept coming at me and telling me, have you heard about the King's Academy? You've got to come, you've got to join, you've got to be a part of it. I had no idea how to do anything because at the time my oldest was 10 years old. I had 8 children all the way down to 13 months. I'm pretty sure I came to my interview in my clothes from the funeral. I think I might have had someone drive me there right afterwards, and just staring in the faces. They were as blank stares as I was staring at them because no one knew what to do with me. And so here I am with my big family, and now I'm a widow, and now I want to keep homeschooling, and for some reason y'all took me in, and God knew that I needed the King's Academy. And that was, I guess, 14 years ago. And it's been amazing. The King's Academy has been partnered with me, really. They came along beside of me, and I know that first year many of the teachers, one of my children, he had a journal, so this one precious teacher, every entry, he would pour out his heart about losing his daddy, and she would write a note of encouragement or a Bible verse or something. And that kind of love has continued for my family through the years. It hasn't stopped. Now I have 2 married daughters, I have a son that's engaged, I have 4 grandchildren, and the staff and the teachers at King's are still investing in the lives of my children. And to this day, I say the reason my kids are walking with the Lord, all 8 of them are walking with the Lord, because of the King's Academy and the staff here and the vision they have, and there's no place like it. So I thank God for the King's Academy.